Hi, if you are new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch 17th episode of second season of Anime to Your Eternity. So let's get to it. Let's go. Oh, let's see. mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's not human though. Didn't say it last time. So I'm expecting him to meet March in this episode then, because after ending on this kind of cliffhanger, could you say, right? With her palm handprint. And yeah, as I also said last time, like, where did she go? Is she looking for him for that long? Because didn't she kind of come back to her body pretty much right as the battle started? But last time we were told, oh, it's like been going on for 4 days by now. So, like, what is the timeline that we have here? Maybe I'm a bit lost in the timeline, but in any case, it's been a while. She still hasn't found him. I guess she will in this episode. We'll see. Bon does look kind of nefarious in the opening, doesn't he? As well as this church leader. And we left the church arc behind us, but I wonder, like, if they're going to resurface again. I feel like no. I feel like until the end of the season we are going to have this war arc, because it's already 17th episode. We don't have time for the new arc. It's just going to be drama escalation in this one. Something with Eka probably. Okay. What you want to protect? The name of the episode. Hmm. But I don't remember. He couldn't use the copy of March, right? On no, the bodies. Hmm. There is a copy. The dead body. Wait. Did I mix it up? And it actually happened with her, like with these three? The potential. Yeah, he does. Yes. I feel like he's kind of decided. Yeah, that's the main point. Like, he's worried about Fushi. Well, at least this three kind of, it seems, knew what they uh, like agreeing on. Looks like he had a hard life. Yeah, he said, I let you go, not the things you stole. Okay. Oh, poor birds. That is horrible. I didn't write down her name. Didn't even take the pen with me. Wait, so he is dead already? He did call him to talk. Did he didn't have time? Well, he felt he is dying and he wanted to talk to Messar real quick. She just learned that they're siblings. So she's crying not only because, well, obviously she said that her dad has died, but she also learned that they're siblings, and she probably had a crush on Messar, as I feel like. So that must be also shocking for her, and that she that didn't know it. Like that she was kept in the dark. That's fair point. Oh, it's funny that it's the same thing that Kahako said. He said, I want to protect Fush's humanity. Just a corpse. Yeah, I bet like seeing the same people, for example, like die and be revived all the time, it must be like psychologically, it fucks up your mind, right? And there is a danger to like stop valuing, right, the people's lives. For example, like if Fushi knew that he can just revive anyone at any time, could it lead like to like the dulling of empathy? Oh, it's similar doll that we had an episode with where like Spirit of March appreciated the doll. There was something like that. Yeah, like see, he's also trying to take care of people in general, not only the war but also this kind of help. Oh, and because he let this thief go, now he's dead. But now Hyra is infected with the knocker. Not before the eyes of this poor old woman. Tess said, it is it? Like, at least hide it from her. Is this part of the loss of empathy? What was the name? Like, there was this nice woman that was looking after him, but I thought she was dead. If that's her. But then her teeth was taken out. Okay. I'll go back after this episode and check her name. Yeah, but that's also where his existence began to. So what's going on here? The church was attacked. Hyra is reset here now. What is she thinking? Is she... She's okay. She isn't going to jump or anything. She will take care of the nation. Right? What do you mean? Was she infected? Maybe no. No, she's talking in like... in general. Metaphorically. Ah, yeah, she was infected. That's what she meant. Oh, that's horrible. When did this happen? Will he ask to revive her? So what does he think? He really thinks that these three are just like special. He creates a copy with a healthy body. That's how it worked last time. Her soul just has to go back in. Maybe she doesn't want to go? Or maybe there is a rope that they need to cut? Okay, no, looks like he's just waiting. I thought it would happen from him like seeing March or something. Maybe March just died again, that's why she just disappeared. Uh, well, he can't control that. He's so excited to see Fuchsia. Yeah, I think he having some internal conflicts. Like because of the impact of death and revival and then being conflicted. Him after killing Kai. The music is so scary. It's just Kai. Who cares about him? He's so happy. Kakaku. The whole world. So we go like from this city to the whole world? It can't be that fast. It's like all knockers from the world are coming here. Oh, she left. Her soul didn't stay. Looks like she was ready to rest. Or is he telling the truth? I think her soul would go back if it could, right? This- ineptitude. Poor Miss Sarah's fucking heartbroken right now. Oh yeah, thanks for putting more salt in the wound, bitch. Are they murdering him right now? Did he kill them? His left arm killed them? What are you gonna do to him? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like he's going insane from all of this. It's getting so creepy. Oh gosh, this is like Yandere romance. Oh fuck, what is going on? What did his hand do? It's eating all of his forms? March! She is here. Is he killing Fushi? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? So, did his left hand just lie in wait until it could actually like attack Fushi? And from what March is saying, I will assume that she has some higher knowledge by now. Okay, so first of all, she didn't just disappear. She was maybe looking for Fushi, or maybe she was just looking out for him from a side, so she could kind of step in if she needs to. She wanted to grow up and have children, like, right? So it seems like she's thinking, oh, Fushi is like my kid, and I'm like his mom. I have to protect him. I look over him and see that he will be okay, right? And now she felt saw something happening, and she came to the rescue. So yeah, she's still out there. That that was some crazy sequence. So yes, I assume that it is murder. It's I feel like, wouldn't he just become an orb? Is it regular, like taking of all the forms like knockers do, and then you can kind of take them back, unless you are just like an orb and you'll need to achieve new forms to get your previous ones back, right? So it's one of those, right? Either he takes all forms and the Fushi just becomes an orb again and kind of helpless because of that, right? His first form, was it maybe even a rock or something? I don't. He can be. He becomes something lifeless. I feel like there was something connected with the rock. I don't have the first episode on the computer now, so I can check. And the second option is just like, can he completely obliterate Fushi, like orb included? I would assume no. I would assume he would just become an orb. Yeah, she was saying it's like, don't kill Fushi. That made me think, oh, can he like completely annihilate him? Because the visual sequence did look pretty crazy, and the ways the forms were consumed also looked different. Yeah, it was just the arm waiting for Fushi's moment of weakness to kind of take advantage of that, even though this knocker was like, I'm not like other knockers, right? First of all, they could be kind of like other knockers. After all, knockers do give them some information. It was always suspicious. On the other hand, they could be separate from other knockers but have their own goals and I don't know, right, aspirations. That is also possible, which are not necessarily the goals and aspirations that are helpful for us, for Fuchsia's team in any way. And so yeah, basically in this episode, oh my gosh, so this old woman, I assume, I didn't write down her name, but I assume that's the woman that was taking care of Hyro because he didn't have any. And this is such a sudden reunion because we thought she was dead, and then she has to watch him like get murdered. The fuck. And this kind of brings us to the point that maybe Bonchan did in fact want to protect Fuchsia's humanity by not telling him about the revival, because I feel like we can see the effect here. If you see someone die, get revived, die, get revived, die, get revived, you get numbed to this feeling of loss and empathy, because you're like, oh, they will just like go back to life again, right? At some point you stop caring, and it seems like this did happen to Fuchsia, and so maybe Bonchan really did think about it. It was like, okay, if Fuchsia knows he can just revive anyone, would he really care about death that much? Maybe he will get numb to all of this soon, right? But at the same time, it didn't work with the princess Alme. Her soul, maybe it really did just like go to heaven right away. She didn't hang around, and so maybe with the sick girl, she wanted to stay with her dad. She didn't want to die, and so her soul hung around for a bit and she had time to kind of go back into this new body. But with the princess, it feels like she was already resigned and ready to die. I feel like, first of all, her dad just died. The family that she cared about isn't here. The only thing would be like she has to care for the nation, but if she thinks she's leaving this to Messar, I guess, yeah, no reason to stay here. She's just has in her mind, okay, there's still Messar. It's not like it's only me. I don't have to stay. He will take care. He will become the king, right? And obviously, this thing that she obviously had feelings for Messar, but now she finds out that they are siblings, and she's like, oh, so this romance, it's even more impossible than I thought. Maybe she even feels guilty for having feelings for her brother. And she did call him Oni-san in the end too. That was so sad. So she kind of accepts the fact that he is her brother, and she was infected at some point that we didn't see, right? Between her like crying there on the dead's body and her running off, I guess she got infected at some point, or maybe she was already infected when she was crying, I'm not quite sure. So it did happen like off camera, and since she has this veil, we can't say for sure, right? We didn't see it right away. So she accepted this reality and she was ready to move on to heaven. So there is heaven, it seems, after all, in this world. There is a possibility of someone dying and not being able to be revived, because if you think back to the first season, most of the people that stayed and kind of also stayed as Fuchsia's avatars identities, I feel like in the first season most of them had some dreams that were unachieved during their life. Right, so kind of maybe when I was watching first season, I thought it was a bit of kind of like a requirement that the soul wants to stay back. But then just anyone who died and was kind of a bit close to Fuchsia, he could just take their form, even if I feel like maybe they died with like no regrets. For example, let's say Tanari. She felt like she did everything she could for Fuchsia. Yes, she died pretty young, but we weren't given specific, like, yeah, she wanted to help Fuchsia, maybe like that, but she didn't have like specific dream. Like March, for example, she wanted to grow up and she wanted to become a mother, right? So there was a specific dream holding her back, and so her ghost stayed. That's how I perceived it. Maybe like in the first season, most of the characters, they stayed because of that. Now I'm not quite sure. I even thought for a second, okay, maybe now Messar's soul will also leave. For example, we think that, oh, they will be revived again and again and again, but maybe Messar's, in his soul, he thinks, fuck that, like, my sister is dead, fuck this responsibility with being the king, I'm too upset about all of this, I don't want to stay here anymore, I'll just ascend to heaven and fuck them all, and then he won't be able to be revived, and Fush would be like, what did okay, we have now more pressing issues with Fush. We have to see the next episode, what the heck is happening. That was such a cool sequence in the end. Just as I was saying like a few episodes ago, oh, the first season was so much more dramatic, blah blah blah. Gosh, this episode got so creepy. I'm curious about like, the next ones. We have only 3 left, and there is a huge potential for some crazy shit to happen, so we'll see. But this will be it for today, so please share your thoughts, without spoilers of course, in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and see ya!